Good day, everyone. Today I am going to demonstration how to create an always on availability group with minimal access. So for that, I have created 3 VMs in Azure platform, and one VM I have marked, configured as a domain, and added 2 other nodes to this domain, and added a failure cluster feature on these 2 nodes, and created Windows Server failure cluster on these 2 nodes. Okay, and now it is qualified for the always on availability group. So just creating always on availability group with minimal access with the help of domain administrator user or service account. Creating an always on availability group will not give any issues. So in the real time, it is not the case. We have to create an always an availability group with minimal access. That is what I'm going to simulate in this today session. Okay. So I'm just okay. Now services.msc. Okay, I'm going to this configuration management service account, and this service SQL Server services are running with local SQL Server. Okay, SQL Server is running with NT services. So now I'm going to create one user service account with minimal access. Okay, for that I went to the domain and Active Directory users and computers. Went to domain, users, right click, new user. Okay, the username is I'm just giving SVC SQL service SQL. Okay, just any name can be given, right? SVC SQL. Okay, and click next, and I'm giving the password as something XYZ, and I'm just unchecking this one because if we check, it will show the prompt to change the password for next login. Okay, since it is service account, I'm not giving this one. Okay, for testing purpose. Okay, the service account has been created now. So I'm going to change this service account account details with the service account. Okay, and SVC SQL. Just check. No, it is not the node one. Okay, so I have to look this service account from the domain. So user is the domain user, and the password I'm giving. So it is taking the directory. Just click on directory, check name. You can find the service account. Check OK and give the password which we have given there. Click OK. Yes. In meanwhile, going to the other node, go to the configuration, SQL Server, and SQL Server properties, and browse. Change the node instead of this one. Just give the main user is the username and the password. Okay, and click on the directory. The name is SVC SQL. Just check name. Okay, password. So I'm giving the password to recognize my service account. Okay, done. So go back to the node one. Yeah, now it is changed as service account. It is running, and even I want to change it to the SQL Server and the same. So I'll just give the domain. domain dash SQL SVC SQL, sorry, SVC SQL. I'm just giving the password. It will recognize. In this way also we can give. So in the meanwhile, go to the other node. So it is already changed. Okay. And give the properties, change main SVC SQL and giving the password. Okay, it is taking little time to reflect. I'm just going to node 1. Yes. So start. So it is a manual. I'm just going to change it to automatic. Service account in the instead of manual, I'm just giving the automatic. Okay. So now on node 1, SQL Server and agent services are running with SVC account, service account. And I'm just checking in this one. Yeah, here also it is running with domain service account. Okay, automatic, changing to start. So node 2 also running with like SQL Server and agent services with this one. Okay, now it is eligible for the configuring. So to make the to create a always on availability group. So first on the SQL Server properties, so we need to change the always on availability group. This we have to mark it as we have to check it and apply. Once this is done, we have to reboot to reflect the changes at the boot level. Restart. Okay, and similarly, we have to go to the other node, that is node 1, and change do the same thing in this SQL Server as well. Okay, always on availability group, check this one and apply. Click OK. And once that is done, or restart. So go back to the node 2, check. Yes, this is restarted and back to online. Similarly, just go back here. It is starting. Yeah, it is now. The SQL Server and agent are back to online and it is marked. Now it is fully qualified for the creating the always on availability group with minimal access. Okay. So I have a node 1 and create a database. This database properties is full recovery model and it is 2017. Okay. Now I'm going to this always on availability group. I just wanted to refresh this one to okay. Okay. New availability group wizard and click next. And I'm giving the availability group name is AZ1. Okay. And this part is come into the, when we are going domain independent always on availability group, these features will come into the picture. Now I'm not going to cover this one. Okay. And just click next. And this is the database. The full backup is required. So since this is not done the full backup, I'm just going to take a backup to the just script. This one, the name I am just giving _1. Okay. Operating system error, access is denied. Okay. The service account doesn't have access to this folder. Okay. So I'm just giving folder, backup folder, and this folder and the backup folder, I'm giving the properties and the security, edit, add. I have to give this /svc SQL, check name, user, Okay, so I'm just giving these permissions, full control on this service account. Click OK, just OK. Now just go back to this one. Okay, not this one. This one. Re-execute. Okay, sorry, it is not the one. It is a BAK flash. Okay, this is the path. In this location, I have given the access to the service account. Now the backup is completed. Now go back to this one and previous and just check. Go back. Full backup is, oh sorry. So I had to cancel this one, this wizard, and right click, new wizard. Next, AG1. Click next. Yeah, meet prerequisites. Now it is fully qualified for the always on availability group part of this database. Okay, click next. And we need to add the, so this is the node, and another node I need to make it as participated, that is node 2. Click connect, and once this is done, click next. And automatic seeding. Automatic seeding is nothing but it is the responsible for the taking backup of the database and restoring in the secondary and join together. So that is what the automatic seeding, but it will not work out for the like big databases. For smaller databases it will work, because in the biggest databases, whatever the like logs that are transactions logs will not be released until the transactions are moved from the primary to the secondary. It will keep on hold those logs. So that is not recommendable for the like database size if it is big. Okay, that means more than 500 or 1 TB or more than 1 TB. Okay, so yes, now it is done. Click finish. So it is creating always an availability group. I'm expecting one error will come into the picture. That is creating availability group. So it will throw the error because running the creating the AZ with minimal access. Okay, for that it is not having access on this node 1 or node 2, right? So for that it will throw the error. Let's see. It takes a minute to complete. Yes. So there is a error. So it's error saying that failed to bring availability group AC1 online, the operation timed out. Okay, there is not nowhere it is mentioned that this is a like because of some like access issue it is getting failed. Okay, so what is that issue? So in the security, in the login, till 2000, I mean before 2012, NT authority NT authority system admin was having sysadmin privileges. After that, so it is remove the like sysadmin privileges for this one. So even though if when we reach, install the SQL Server, automatically it will have the sysadmin privileges in the older versions. And the latest versions, the sysadmin privileges are not there. It is not recommendable for giving sysadmin privileges to the service account as well. Okay, now what should we give? So in the securables, in the node 1, in the area, there is a alter any availability group. Okay, it is a access to give any availability group, altering permissions, as well as so view server state. So these two permissions we are giving granting to this NT authority system admin. Okay, Okay, once this is done, similarly we have to grant access to the other node as well. Logins, NT authority system, and go to the server roles. So not server roles, securables, and NT authority, alter any availability group, check, and come back to view server state, click OK. So both are has been completed. Now just go back and finish. Sorry. 1 minute. Finish. Okay, this endpoint is already exist. I need to drop and recreate it. So that endpoints are there in the server broker endpoint and database mirroring and HDR endpoints. So when we are creating the always on availability group with full rights, it will be automatically dropping and recreating. Since we are creating with minimal access, it is not having permissions to drop. So that is the reason I'm going manually for dropping. Okay, server objects in the node 2 also I'm just going endpoint, database mirroring and endpoint. Okay, delete this one, click OK. Yes, now on both areas there is no endpoints. Going back the screen and just click finish. Okay, configuring success. Yes, done. Okay, always on availability group is created. So how do we know that? So in the tools, in the server manager tools, go to the failure cluster manager, rclue admin.msc. So we can open this failure cluster manager. So once this is done, go connect to the cluster. So my cluster name is Win Cluster 2019 AZ. So just let it connect. So we have to give the full name. So right click on this one, connect to the cluster, and it is Win Cluster 2019, yeah, AZ domain.com. Okay, just click OK. So this is like a cluster name I have created. So this we can find it in the domain. Right in the computers, or we just go to the active directory users and computers. Once we open the domain and under computers, we can find these two nodes, and this is a cluster name. Any always an availability group that we will create it. Okay, that means Windows failure cluster wizard. So that computer object will be creating under under computers. Okay, so yes, now it is connected. Oh, expand. This is a role. So easy one is the role. So it is up and running. Okay, and nodes both are healthy. Okay, so I have not created a listener, but I have created always an availability group. Okay, so just go to, okay, sorry, go to the SQL Server and refresh it. Availability group, primary, availability replica. The database is marked as synchronized, but one of the node is not connected. Okay, so this is again one of the issue. Okay, so again the database is not came here, because why? Because this database, even if you want to join to the availability group, it will not work. It will throw the error, because this AZ is not having a permissions to create a database in the secondary node. So because of that, it is failed to create a database, and it is not able to like connect together. So now we have to like execute one query. Sorry, why is this second? Okay, new query, alter 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 availability group name. So we have to grant uh, access to this availability group. Okay, so for that, alter availability group name is AZ1, grant create any database. Okay, database. Okay, so this is the permissions that we need to grant. Okay, this is granted the permission. So this is going to replicate on both the areas. So now try to join, connect. It takes little time to reflect. Just wait. So don't think so it is required to execute in the secondary node. Okay, however, I'm going to execute the same. Usually it will be take little time. Okay, I'm not yet executed. Primary replica. Okay, let me execute this one as well. Okay, it is not yet created, I think. Is not required. Join availability group. No. Usually it reflects in some time. And the availability group connect. What is this error? Oh, Connect to node. Oh, it is already connected, but it is the joint availability group. Okay, connect next. Connect. So it is throwing notebooks. Okay. So we have to give the inbound outbound rules are missed. Okay. So go to the like and, okay in command prompt firewall dot msc. Okay, firewall has been opened in advanced settings and inbound rule. Go to the database. Where is that? Okay, SQL Server database engine properties and program console. There is a protocol. Okay, the replication will run. Sorry, mirroring will run with 5022, right? So just give this port to allowed. Click OK, and similarly go to the other node. Run the command prompt firewall.cpl. Go to the advanced settings, inbound rule, and the protocols and ports 5011. Okay, now it will communicate. So just go back here and just refresh, and here also we have to refresh it, and always an availability group primary. No, it is still. So it takes a little time to communicate. Yeah, now this is back automatically, primary and secondary. So if you refresh it, so the database will be created automatically. Okay, it is synchronized. So always an availability group. If you go here and connect, see this one. So node 1 and node 2. So it is, I mean, for failure, that is, I mean, listener is not required. So I can able to failure and fail back. Just right click, sorry, right click, oh, sorry, basic group, failure, click next, and next, connect to the failure, remove data loss, finish. Okay, done. Failure is completed, and after failure also, if you refresh it, the databases are healthy. Okay, now it is, we have to resume it. Yeah, so this is a primary, secondary, and this is the primary. Okay, now again failing back to this one, right click, failure, connect, next, because so it is data loss is showing it is not a synchronized state. Okay, that is the reason. Since it is a test environment, I have like forcefully failed over. Okay, so now the database is synchronized. Put the availability group, primary and database. Yeah, replica. So if you come here, similarly, refresh it, open, secondary, database replicas, database. Okay, now it is in just resume. Since it is data loss was throwing the error, the database will go to suspending state. Okay, so now that's it. So this is how we are creating always an availability group with minimal access, and if any issues that we have encountered, we have fixed them successfully, and we have done the failover and failback. So for creating a domain, adding the nodes to that domain, and creating failure cluster feature, and creating Windows Server failure cluster. So that is has been created one more video, and given that link in the below comment section. Okay, thank you. Please refer that if it is required. Thank you.